STLD assignment, Lab plus Viva. What is T flip-flop? Well, a T flip-flop is basically a JK flip-flop in which both of its input are shorted together and named as a T. Well, it was designed to overcome the disadvantages of the SR flip-flop. As we know, in SR flip-flop, when both S and R, means set and resets, are equal to 0, it leads to the indeterminate state, which is not preferable. To eliminate that state and to increase the simplicity, T flip-flop were designed. In T flip-flop, we can change the state or precisely complement the state by toggling the input T. Well, when T equals to 1, it complement the current state of this it complement the current state of Q. As you can see from the characteristic table, in row number 2, Q equals to 0 and T equals to 1. It complemented this Q and Qt plus 1 equals to 1. And we can see also from the characteristic equation, Qt plus 1 equals to Tq complement plus Tq complement Q. What is a counter? Counter is a sequential circuit that goes through a prescribed sequence of state upon the application of the input pulses. The input pulses, often called count pulses, may be clock pulses, or they may be originate from an external source, or may occur at prescribed intervals of time or at random. In a counter, the sequence of states may follow a binary count or any other sequence of states. Counters are found in almost all equipment containing digital logic. They are used for counting the number of occurrence of event and are often useful for generating timing sequence to control operation in a digital system. Of various sequence of counter, we are focusing on the binary counters. Well, in this PPT, we are trying to make a 3-bit binary counter with the help of JK flip-flops, or more precisely, a T flip-flop. Question: design counter with the following binary sequence 0, 1, 3, 5, 7 using T flip-flops. As you can see below in the diagram, it changes state from 0 to 1 and then 3 and then 5 and then 7 and then finally to 0. The first step in creating a 3-bit counter is to create the state diagram of a counter. From the question, we know that after 0 the next state is 1, and after that next stage is 3, and after that the next stage is 5 and then 7 and then finally to 0. Our state diagram represents the state and at what level the state will be present in the counter. After drawing the state diagram, the next step is to draw the excitation table for the counter. Excitation table contains 3 columns: present state, next state and flip-flop input. The present state represent the present states, next state represent the next state as relative to the present state in the first column, and the flip-flop input is the input that brings the next state from the present state. Let's start from the 0. We know that after 0 the next state is 1, means after 0 0 0 the next state is 0 0 1, and we know that our T flip-flops complement the current input, so A's value is not changed, so TA will be 0. We don't need A to be complemented. B is same, to obviously TBB equals to 0, but in case of C goes from 0 to 1, it's complemented itself, so TC will be 1. By following the same step, we can create the whole table, but the thing to notice here is that in our state diagram there are only 5 states, but we can actually represent total of 8 states with the help of a 3-bit binary numbers. So what about the remaining 3 states? As you know, 3 states are not relevant to us because they are not part of our counter. So when describing those states, we simply use do not care, X, simply do not care. So for example, 2 is not in the current diagram, the state diagram, so 0 1 0, the next state should be XXX, do not care, and the flip-flop input should be do not care. Well, after drawing the excitation table, the next step is to draw the K-maps for the counter. Well, drawing the K-maps are important because by simplifying or reducing the K-maps, we can get our Boolean expression, and with the help of those, we will finally create a circuit diagram for a 3-bit counter. Well, for the TA, we can easily find a block which represent TA equals to B, and same goes for the TB. Easily a block, we easily find a group TB equals to C, and after TC, we can find two blocks. It's TC AB plus C complement, and with the help of these Boolean equations, we can finally create a circuit diagram. Well, let's start with TC equals to AB plus C dash. As you can see here, TC, this is the TC, and it should be equals to A and B plus A and B with OR of C complemented. Well, you can see that we get C complement from here and A and B and from here, and we finally pass it to the TC here, and by making the simple connections, we finally completed our circuit diagram. Well, you have seen the working model of this diagram in the previous slides. Well, after that, one thing to do is to check for the self-correctness. Well, we know that 0 1 0 that is 2, 1 0 0 that is 4, and 1 1 0 that is 6 are not part of our state diagram, and it's not relevant to us, but we have to make sure that if our counter by any chance or by any physical means or by any mistake goes into such these states, it should recover from these states and not get stuck into it. Well, cause it's very easily let's assume by any hypothetical situation, by any means, by any error, our counter is stuck, counter goes to the state 0 1 0 that is 2. Well, we don't know after what will happen after 0 1 0. There is no next state, so we should make sure after reaching 0 1 0 it goes back to again the state diagram path, that is the valid states. It should reach the valid state, it should not be stuck. Well, let's check for the self-correctness, means that it itself find the right path in its on its own. Well, the first is 0 1 0 where A is 0, B equals to 0, C equals to 0. Well, when in the current state TA will be 1 because we know that TA equals to B and B is 1, and then TB equals to 0. Well, obviously because TB we know that from the previous equation TB equals to C, and here the C equals to 0. Well, and then TC equals to 1, and that's because TC equals to A and B or with the C complemented, and you can easily see that C complemented will be 1, and whatever the value will be A and B, the TC will be 1. So the next states of the ABC are respectively 1 and 1 and 1, and which is a valid state, so it auto corrected itself. After going into an invalid state, after one pulse, it's it come back to its valid states, which is 1 1 1 means 7. Well, after that let's analyze 1 1 0, and that is 6. A equals to 1, B equals to 1, and C equals to 0. Well, TA will be 1 because TA equals to B and B is 1. TB will be 0 because TB equals to C and C here is 0. TC will be 1 because A and B AND of A and B will be 1, and TC equals to AND of AB plus or with C complemented. So whatever the value of the C complemented, we don't have to worry because A and B are already 1, and in the OR TC will be 1. So the next state values of the ABC are respectively 0 1 1, and we know that 0 1 1 is a valid state, so it auto corrected itself. And let's move on to next 1 0 0, which is numbers 4. A equals to 1, B equals to 0, C equals to 0. TA will be 0, B equals to 0, TB equals to 0, cos C equals to 0, TC will be 1, cos C complement will be 1, and we are taking OR with A and B, so it's always be 1, whatever the value of AB. So the next values of ABC are respectively 1 0 0. So the next state will be 1 0 1. So it's auto corrected itself. And the final state diagram for a 3-bit counter is shown below. As you can see, it's the same diagram with some extensions, because after 1 1 0 it will goes to 0 1 1, which are the correct state. and 010 will go to 111 and 100 will go to 101. Means that our design autocorrected itself whenever it goes into any invalid states. Thank you.